Hello, welcome back to Rhone. I've got a special guest here all the way from Cameroon, and I've got Ibrahim here, and we're going to talk about who they are as cattlemen, what they like, and exactly why they are here at Tulbagh. And we're going to find out a little bit more about farming in Cameroon, and I can't wait to hear this. How are you doing?
Good morning, Tinus. Good to see you, always.
Always great to see your smiling face around, and you're always happy when you're around cattle. Tell me a little about the cattle culture within Cameroon. It's something we don't understand or don't know about.
Yeah. Well, first thing first, Tinus, great to be here and traveling the Western Cape and seeing the scenery. Absolutely fantastic. And the cattle here on display, great. So Cameroon is a country in West Africa and has a strong, very strong cattle culture. And we're farming mostly with both indicus type. You know, you've got the Brahman that got in there, the Sanga type animal. Now, those animals are perfectly suited to their environment. But what they may need is a boost in terms of the meat, in terms of bringing a bit more of muscling to the animals to make them more profitable for the farmers. So that's the aim. Trying to look for an animal that could cross well with these types of breeds.
Animals are going to be commercially viable.
Exactly. So we're not talking for now about stud breeding. No. It's really commercially viable animals that could actually bring profit to the farmers and put food on the table.
Okay. The environment in Cameroon, almost Central Africa, very hot, very humid, very tropical. What is your veld like? What's your rain like?
Exactly. So you're talking about an average of 1,800 mil of water per annum. So high rainfall. You've got the incidence of hard water. All the very, very heavy pest infected areas. So you want an animal that can thrive in those conditions as well, because with the water comes all the challenges as well.
So when we walk here, you're looking for that medium frame type of animal, but the hair quality must be something that is very important. So when you walk here, you're going to look for that hair quality.
You hit the nail on the head. So we want a tropically adapted animal, an animal that can thrive in that type of environment. We are looking for a smooth coat on those animals. We want animals that can walk, because we are farming mostly extensive, semi-extensive. So we want an animal that can actually live in those conditions and cross well with the breeds we've got. So when we look at the Limousin here, and that's what the interest for us is, when you look at those animals, you look at the size, they are just good size, medium size, not too big, not too small. They're just the right size, the right type, functionally viable, very efficient animals. So that's what we want to cross with. We want to take advantage as well of the F94 Aldine, known to be almost exclusive to the Limousin.
The much more gene.
Exactly, the much more the profit gene, and that's what we really want. We want the commercial breeder to be able to gain in time, because we've got animals that mature 4 or 5 years, and then you would like to cut that in half, ideally. You want to bring that down so you can actually have a faster turnover. And I personally believe, after coming here, seeing what's on the offering of Rhone, having seen the Rhone Limousin evolve in Bloemfontein 4 months ago, I personally believe that that's the animal we want. I had the chance as well to talk with Arturo from Mutanda and what they've done in Zambia, where they have very similar conditions to ours. And I think what they've managed to get there, crossing the Limousin to the Boran, is perhaps the way to go forward for us. In bringing the both Taurus of the Limousin to the both Indicus Sanga type that we have, and to have that hybrid vigor going through. And that's really what we want to get to.
You talk about being to Bloemfontein. I saw you're on top and coming here as well, going around the country. But creating friends and partnerships within Africa. I think that's becoming more and more serious, especially within our industry, to make sure that we get the genetics from within South Africa and other parts of Southern Africa to the rest of Africa as well, making sure that we take hands and go forward. Does your environment, and I know when you talk about Africa and we're being realistic, that our environment and our political and economic environment play such a big role. Should the people say, but let's take hands with Cameroon, there is possibility for growth and there's great possibility for growth?
I think that's the way forward, Tinus. We are growing into a world that's becoming more connected. And I think us as Africans, we need to work more together and see the ups on the other side of the borders and to try to make our economies more connected. And I think South Africa has a lot to offer in terms of the cattle culture, and the livestock in general, because even in different sectors, when I was in Bloemfontein, like you said, you could see on the ovine and even the goats, and there's tremendous opportunities to be had in these different domains. We're talking about a continent that's going to be 2 billion people by 2050.
Yep.
And that's a huge domestic market.
And a lot of people to feed.
Loads of mouth to feed. So I think what we need is to work together and to bring all these different parts of our society together and see where the opportunities are and try to make it work. And I think that's definitely the way forward. I think going into the future, you're going to see more and more in those collaboration going all over the place. The breeds we have here in South Africa, the good news is they are tested. You could see them work. You see the Limousin, you see the Drought Masters, you see the Santas. They are all African adapted sort of animals. And that's very pertinent to our debate on how to feed all these mouths.
Ibrahim, great speaking to you, and I can't wait to go to the Jewel of Africa.
Thank you, Tinus.
And see what's going on there, the way you do things, and hopefully we can take a little trip.
Looking forward to see you there, Tinus. Thank you, Tinus.
Okay, if you can't be here tonight, we've got PJ Budler as well on. We will be live streaming on Farm Talk, so don't miss that one as we discuss cattle as well with Willie the Jager. Until next time, cheers.